Oh, yeah. Your player partner, Hezeleo, back in the mix. About to bring you something, how could I say? I'm not going to say different, but uniquely different. Because everybody got a story. Everybody have their own individual story. So I'm about to bring you something very unique and uniquely different. But first of all, you know what I got to do. I got to put that Trill all in their face. You know what I'm talking about? I got to put that Trill all in their face. But don't catch no case. Welcome back to the Trill Cast. It's your player partner, Hezeleo. I know it's been a long while. I shouldn't have left you without a Trill story to step to. Come on, man. You know how it go down, but I'm back in the mix. It's been a little mix up on the channel. I see that the schedule live said 4:30. Now I scheduled it for 6:30. So hopefully y'all got the right time. I don't know, maybe my computer tripping. But I know I scheduled it for 6:30. But any minute, man, we got a guest gonna come through here and we gonna get deep into a conversation. So if you're in here now, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel and you coming across this video, go on subscribe. You're gonna want to do that because you just discovered some Trill shit, homie. You know what I'm talking about? If you say you like that Trill shit, you just discovered some Trill shit. But let me make you laugh right quick. I ran across some younger individuals the past couple of days. And I approached them as I would think I did, very respectful. I say, excuse me, my nigga, listen to that Trill shit, you listen to that UGK, used to listen to that Pimp C shit, because I'm about to introduce them to what's really going on. The young nigga looked at me and say, hey, man, I don't fuck with that shit. In that tone. I was like, excuse me? Are you from Texas? He like, man, I'm young. I don't fuck with that shit. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. He said, but my brother do. You know what I'm saying? And his brother was present. And so I hollered at his brother. And his brother was near his age. And he kept it Trill. He like, hell yeah, I fuck with the pimp, my nigga. So I said, look, my nigga, I wanted to present you these two books. You know what I'm talking about? This Pimp C book and this Hezeleo book. I say I'm selling these right now because I'm always on the grind, steady getting mine. I've been down for years. I shed so many tears. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But he like, man, let me get this one. Maybe I'll fool with that other one a little later. But for sure, let me get this one. So the moral of the story is, the young homie who I approached at first, he wasn't down. And he did have an aggressive tone. But in his aggression, he still kept it Trill and sent me to his brother who was with it and grabbed one of the books. So salute to both of y'all. You know what I'm talking about? The young and the old can get along. We just have to understand each other. Come on, man. Say, man, we Trill casting and lasting. Melanie, I see you. It looked like my guest has arrived. So y'all shout alive out. Y'all get in the comments. And man, we finna get into some Trill shit. Let's go. Melanie in the building. Kimberly in the building. OG, what's up with it?
Man, what's banging, homie? What's banging?
Oh man, for some reason you sideways.
All right, let me turn it. Let me turn it.
Yeah. Okay, you in your
All
cell,
right,
I see.
okay. Okay, yeah, man. Yeah.
We good now.
Yeah, man. All right.
Yeah. How you feeling, man?
Oh man, I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. Let me get this stuff off the screen. Yeah, I'm feeling good, homie. I'm feeling real good, man. Yeah,
Already.
man.
I've been checking out the content.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Which ones you checked out?
I checked out one. I checked out about three of them, but it's mostly some in-depth stories that I would compare to some of the stuff that my little brother tell me about. But I don't
Okay,
remember the titles of them. But it was some very in-depth
okay.
content about prison coming in and do's and don'ts. And then one story that I was really like, man, this story blew me away when you got into it with the big Russian dude. And
Yeah.
when you said
He was
go ahead.
he was actually a Hispanic dude, but his little old moniker was the White Russian. That's what he was known by in his little old organization. But
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, that
I
was
picked up on that. But
yeah,
at first what I didn't pick up on was when you said you had your back turned playing the spades or whatever, and he hit you
yeah,
4 times. Now,
yeah,
I thought you were saying he punched you 4 times, but
yeah,
you really
yeah,
was saying he stabbed you.
yeah.
Damn.
You know, see the thing was that was like my third video. And I didn't really know what I could say and what I couldn't say, So I just kind of, left it for the, audience to kind of, what I was meaning by it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he stabbed me. It was another dude who actually stabbed me. It was one of his homeboys that actually stabbed me. I got in a fight with the White Russian when I was on H Block. And from that is when they moved me over. I mean, when I was on I block and they moved me to H block and his little homeboys now because he had put a hit out on me. They had put a hit out
Mm,
on me. Yeah, they had put a hit out on me, man. So yeah, yeah,
yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't want to give all that away so soon, but damn it, man! Glad you made it through that. And when
yeah,
I
yeah.
caught on to that, it was an actual, you know, what I'm saying, weapon involved. Is when you mentioned about the, you know, the Kool-Aid on the back of your shirt.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, we're gonna
yeah.
stand in between the YouTube guidelines the best we can, but we gonna keep it real.
That's
You know what
true.
I'm talking about?
Ain't no doubt. Ain't no
Introduce
doubt.
yourself, man.
Oh man, it's OG Bloodshot Red, man. I'm hoping some of the fellas that know me did time with me. I'm hoping y'all tuning in, man. I sent a post out, so I'm hoping y'all tuning in, man. But
Most
yeah,
definitely.
it's the Bloodshot Red.
Most definitely, man. Welcome to the channel. Uh
Oh
we're gonna
man,
get
thanks
straight
for having
into
me,
it.
man.
Oh, it's all good, man. And you know, that first mishap, we probably would have been on our second one by now.
Yeah, but life happened though.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So man, where are you from and where did you grow up? And can you describe your household like if you had two parents, you know, or who raised you?
Well, I grew up out here in a small little old town, right? And single parent, uh, pretty much a predominantly black area. Older people. I just grew up having fun, just running the streets and playing, just chilling, didn't have a care in the world really, it was just, a pretty good childhood. Like I say, single parent,
Hmm.
myself, my sister. I actually have two sisters, but one was in the house with me and an older brother. I'm the baby,
Okay.
I'm the baby out of everybody. And we was poor. We was extremely poor. I mean, extremely, extremely, extremely poor, you know. And but man, my mom's always made a way for us,
Understand.
strong disciplinarian. She gonna get on that butt with them stitching cards and all that.
Hold on, man. What you know about them extension cords?
Come on, man, stitching cards and all of that, bro.
Damn.
But yeah, she loved us though, man. Yeah, she loved us though. Yeah.
So you said out here. Where is here?
You familiar with Warden County?
Warden County?
Yeah, yeah,
Where
Warden
is that
County.
near?
Uh, it's probably about about an hour or so from here, from Houston.
Okay, Houston. Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Already. H Town in the building. Yeah. So you also said that y'all were very poor. Now you
yeah,
put the word very on it. Describe
yeah.
what very poor look like.
Man, man, we had a house, right? It was real small. I mean, one bedroom, kitchen, and a bathroom. That was all we had. Me, my mom's, and my sister. I mean, we shared a bed. My mom, she had a recliner, so a lot of times she would sleep in the recliner. She worked at night. She worked at a nursing home. And so I mean, it was we didn't have no heat, no air. Those old little stove, I mean those old little heaters that got the little bricks in them
Yeah.
and it'd be the fire.
The
That's
gas.
that's
Yeah.
all we had. Yeah, yeah, that's all we had. That's it. You know. My mom drove a little red gremlin, little car, little red gremlin. And I mean, but she always provided though, man. She was just a single mother, you know, by herself. And I can say this. I never, ever, ever saw my mom with no man.
Okay.
She wasn't that type of woman. She was not
Already.
that type of woman. Yeah, yeah.
So your dad was he absent because he was deceased, or what you know about that?
Man, my pop stayed probably about 2 miles away from me. And I my early years, I ain't know him. I knew his name, I knew his name. But how I did, start hearing about my mom really wouldn't talk about him, right?
Okay.
But when how I did start hearing about my pops, we got a little old, cuts. It's called West End, right? And I used to have to walk the West End. All the winos out there, all the old heads out there. They got the little juke joints and shacks and stuff. And they would ask me, man, who your daddy? And I tell them, man, Billy Shepherd. And they'd be like, man, that's your dad, man. That nigga crazy. Just with because he had a bad reputation. He was he was pretty well known, and he had like a ranch. He had horses and stuff. Yeah,
No.
he was yeah, yeah, straight up he had a ranch, man. He had horses, I mean livestock, all that type of stuff. And I didn't really start going around him until I probably got about 11 or 12. And we kind of like, I would go over there and stay all night with him. I was definitely scared of him just from the stories that I heard. I ain't even gonna lie. My
How did he
pops
treat
my
you?
pop had he treated me real good. He look, he treated me like he was treated. And he treated that was like from a young age, he expected me to be a man. He gave me responsibilities. Like when I started staying with him, he gave me responsibilities, let me drink, I mean,
How,
just the
how
whole
old were
nine
you when you
yards.
first started drinking?
Man, well, I was drinking before I got, started staying with him. So I was probably about 11 or 12 when I actually got drunk the very first time.
I
But
got
then with him, I was like about 13 when I got drunk with him the first time.
yeah. So I'm a segue and go off into that because I'm interested in it because I started drinking pretty early too. When you were 11 or 12, how did you wind up start drinking so early?
Hanging with older cats, I was always the youngster. Everybody that I ran with was at least probably about anywhere from 3 to 4 years older than me.
Okay.
And and so they passing the bottle around and I'm hitting it, we in the park, and it just that's just how it happened, it's just how it happened. Yeah. Just
I
hanging with
get
older
you.
cats. I didn't really run with cats my age.
Okay. So 11, we already drinking alcohol, hanging with older cats. So before you became bloodshot, um, were you influenced to make the move you made to become bloodshot, or what made you become bloodshot?
Well, the thing about that was like to my all my friends or whatnot, I mean, the gang scene wasn't out here yet. You know what I'm saying? Not in those areas, San Antonio and places like that, Fort Worth and things like that. It was, but in this area, it just wasn't. It wasn't actually, jumping off like that. You know what I'm saying? We had little posses and stuff, things like that. And
Hmm.
I actually got put on by some guys from California who was bringing, work out here. And I got hooked up with them and was going back and forth with them. And that's how I actually got, put on and mixed up in there.
About what age?
About like 15, 16,
Okay.
somewhere around here, about 15, 16.
Okay. So before making that move, young bloodshot, did you have a nickname before then?
Now everybody just called me Dion. Everybody, that's my name, Dion. I was little Dion. That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Lil Dion, before he get involved with this grown man business, did he have any dreams of becoming a basketball player, football player, astronaut, police, a detective? You know what I mean? Any dreams?
Man, the only two things that I really, really was like real serious about was my artwork. Because I'm bad. I'm bad, man. I've been drawing since I could hold a pencil. I mean, I am bad. I
I
tattoo and
bet you ain't got
everything.
no art right now you can show us.
Hold up.
Hold
Hold up.
up. Hold up. Come
I
on, man.
came ready.
Yeah.
I came ready, man.
Hold on. My God. Man, put that closer to the screen. Wow. Bring it up. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Who drew that?
I drew it.
Man, that's incredible, man. Bring it down a little bit. Bring it over. Bring it up. Bring it up. Go up. Go over a little bit more. Man, that's pop. Yeah, yeah. You a bad mofo.
I'm bad with that. Hey, I'm bad with that gun too.
Come on, you
I'm bad with
tattoo.
that gun too.
Stand
Huh?
between the YouTube guidelines. What you talking about?
Oh, okay. Tattoo. My bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
tattooing. I'm
you're
bad.
a tattoo artist.
Yeah, yeah. Tattoo artist. Tattoo artist.
Hold on,
Yeah,
now, gangster. We got to stand between the YouTube guys.
yeah, yeah, yeah. My bad. My bad. Yeah,
Nah, man. That was some beautiful
yeah,
art, and I'm sure everybody who see
yeah.
that is gonna agree. So, when you went to school as young Dion, were you interested in school, or did you start to lose interest at a certain point?
Nah, I wasn't. I wasn't really. I wasn't. I was never really interested in school, man. Never. I wanted to draw, and and really just. I mean, not so much as a class clown, but more rebellious than anything. I stayed in the principal's office, stayed getting swats. I mean, they all the teachers knew me. And so yeah, it was pretty much like that. But no, I wasn't really interested in school at all.
I got a segue. You got any kids?
Yeah, I got a son and I got a daughter. This
About
this
what
is this
age?
is a little. My daughter is 33 and my son is 30.
Hold on, man. I mean, like, you got kids that's 30. You look
Yeah,
like you're a little
yeah,
older than 30.
yeah. No, I'm 53.
Come on, man. Well, look, check this out.
53.
They may have experienced what we experienced. When you said swatted, where I'm from, we talking about paddling and
Yeah,
licks, all
yeah,
white
yeah, yeah,
licks, yeah, like tan licks.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I was describing to my kids, which they about 16 and 18, about us, getting whooped at school by principals and whomever. My kids was like, "What are you talking about? That cannot happen." I'm like, "Man, y'all crazy. Them
Mhm.
people used to beat our ass."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah,
What it was
yeah,
called,
man. I stayed.
corporal punishment.
Yeah, that was called corporal punishment. That's what they called it, corporal punishment. I stayed in sack, detention, and getting swats, man.
What?
That was what I that was that was what I did in school, man. Yeah,
Right, right.
yeah.
So, and this is another segue. I'm interested. So, when you were getting the SWATs, could you compare, let's say, maybe middle school? How many different authority figures like principals, teachers, gym teachers, who all administered the licks?
Uh, it was man, when I was like in grade school, I can't really remember. Well, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. It was a principal named Mr. Petty. And then when I got into junior high, it was Mr. Grogan and Mr. Nahavitz. Those are the two principals. High school was I didn't even mess
Yeah, you
around
ain't
with high school.
yeah,
My
you ain't putting your
last
hands on
grade
me
I
in high
completed
school.
was last grade I completed was the seventh. Well, I went to the eighth. I went to the eighth grade, but the last grade I actually completed was the seventh.
Yeah, my last grade completed was the eighth. So out of all those authority figures, who had that fire? Who was setting fire to them pants?
Man, Mr. Grogan, man. Mr.
Okay.
Grogan had some weight on him. Yeah, that boy there, man, he gonna grab that belt loop and snatch them pants up.
And fire nigga ass up.
Yeah. Man, look, boy, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Knock the dust off.
Trying to
Man,
tell you, man, for real.
we had about three in middle school, and it was a female, Miss Gunner. Man, she used to take somewhat of a running jump start and jump on a chair, right? And jump off the chair to administer her lick. Fuck! You know what I'm saying? It wasn't shit. You know what I mean? We got
Yeah,
beat with them
yeah,
pitching cars. That wasn't shit. And
yeah,
so
for real, yeah, for real, man, yeah,
we
yeah,
had another one named Mr. Pierce. He had four fingers and he whooped with that hand and he'd make a little
yeah.
dumb noise when he hit you. And it sounded loud,
Oh, okay.
but it wasn't shit. Then we had
Yeah, yeah,
Mr. Butar and Mr. Pace. Butar was a white man. He was kind of strong. He took care of his business.
yeah.
But Mr. Pace, I don't know, man. Pace put some blaze on that powder or something. And they were cutting boys' ass up.
Hey, look though, look, man, Mr. Grogan, man, he had holes cut in it.
All that
He
wind,
had
yeah.
holes. Ooh, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it would pull your skin in when he hit you.
Come on.
Yeah, he had holes drilled into the paddle, man. And when he hit you, it was like your skin, like, man, yeah, yeah. He was the real deal. He was the real deal. Yeah, he was real deal.
Man, I'm gonna make this one short. I got into it with a bully. Whole grade was, scared of the dude. And I wound up fighting him because he just totally disrespect me and my little brother. So I had to step up. And when
Yeah.
we finally got dusted off and sent to the principal office, he supposed to be this bully. And when they gave him his swats, when they gave him his licks, this nigga was crying like a hoe. You know what I'm saying? They gave him my licks. I'm like Denzel Washington on Glory. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
for
saying?
real,
Yeah,
for
nigga, I had to
real.
go get them
Yeah,
cornbread and shoes. And
yeah, man.
we got in the restroom, man, cleaning ourselves off and shit. And nigga say, man, you pretty tough, man. Maybe you should join me and we bully. I said, man, I don't want to bully nobody, bitch.
Yeah, man, for
Yeah,
real,
man.
man.
So, okay, I think you told me about 15, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. What age would you say the street started looking appealing to you? Looking like, man, I belong over there. I can maneuver through these streets.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like around like 13, like 13. I used to sneak out my mom. Like I say, my mom's worked at night at the nursing home, right?
Right.
So, Saturdays and Sundays, we supposed to be in the house. I'm sneaking out. It's just me and my sister there. My brother was in a job corps. So,
Okay.
it's just me and my sister. And she's just like a year or two older than me. So man, look, I'm going to West End. Man, I'm gonna tell mama, man, I'm gonna just have to fade that. And I would go out there, man, and all the older guys, and that was really how I got introduced into, hustling, on the block. They want to go inside the club. They want somebody out there, run these cars. Hey man, look, get rid of this for me, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm out there, hustling like that, and then go in, 25 off 100. But I'm a youngster. It's
25?
all good. Yeah,
25?
25
Man, who
yeah, off 100.
them niggas tried to pimp us, man? Them niggas were giving us a dub.
What? Yeah, man, we get 20
Man,
out,
nigga give
25
us
off 100.
yeah, man, nigga 20, man. $20. Bitch ass niggas. And we was still
For
coming up
real.
like a
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah, man, for real. Yeah.
Yeah. But man,
Yeah,
I should have went to
they were shortchanging you now.
I should have went to Warden, Texas. Them boys had 25 on it. Okay, so the block what you describing is an actual cuts. And we had that, but it was far from where I live. It was on the west side of town. And it
Okay.
was, Jew joints, that boom, 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 all that there. How far was that cut from your crib?
Oh, man, probably about a 15-minute walk, 20-minute walk, something like that.
So in between,
Because
go ahead.
well, I can make it short. I can make it short, but I can cut through yards and stuff. But if I walk along the street or whatever, yeah, it's probably about 15-minute walk from where I actually live to get there. About 15-minute walk. Yeah.
So before you get to the cuts, what that look like, that walk? Describe that hood. Like what's going on? Could you stop somewhere else and started getting it on, or that wasn't going on right there? Describe that area before you got to the cuts.
Well, it was a residential area, but like I said, it was all black people. A couple of dead end streets, right, with nothing but black people on it. And the street that ran behind them is the street that I stayed on. So, like I said, I could actually cut, through the yard, climb over the fence, and then just hit that street right there. And then, in a couple of minutes, I'm at the cuts, right? Or I can walk the long way around, right? But it was a residential area between me and getting to the cuts, and a park. It was a home, a park, and then the cuts where I got to. But it was all black people, and everybody knew each other. You know, everybody knew each other. Majority of everybody over there was related to each other. You know,
Okay.
so it was a nice and that's where I used to play it when I was real little. That's where I used to go and play. All the little black kids grew up with. That's where we used to go and play. It
Okay.
was just a safe haven. Yeah,
That's good. Because to be honest with you, I asked that because me going to our cuts, it probably took maybe 30, 40. If I would have walked, it would have took an hour and something. But on the way to the cuts from my crib, it was so many uh miniature cuts. It was
yeah,
so
yeah,
many alleys and streets and hoods that you could
yeah,
like if you was a trill enough individual, you could lay over and hang out for a minute and get it off without somebody saying, "What the fuck you
yeah,
doing around here?" type shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So that's what's up, man. Let me see where I'm going. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Somebody did, and what I was gonna ask was, did somebody unintentionally introduce you to the street shit? But you already answered it. It seemed like somebody intentionally did. Correct?
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, just being out there in that environment, and old heads around you, and they kind of giving you game a little bit, and then you got dudes that's few years older than you, pulling you this way. Then you got some other ones trying to pull you this way. It just eventually, I mean, if you don't really just have any other options that's just appealing to you, which I didn't. I mean, you seeing everybody doing it, and so I mean, you when I did go to school, you might see a dude with some new kicks on. Yeah, and they look more expensive than he used to wear. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, where'd you get those shoes from? And you see him out there on the cuts and stuff now. He running up the cars and stuff. Like, man, I might need to get off into that. Just a passing thought. But yeah, that's it. You just gradually just get pulled in. I can't say that I just actually made a decision to do it. It
Hmm.
was just something that just gradually, just naturally, just evolved into the next thing. That's what I was doing. You know.
Would it be, you know, it sound like the hustling came before the organization gathering group, well, joining. So would the hustling be because of a lack in any area and you just wanted to, have more? Or did you want the herringbone and the white t-shirt and the crease down Jabos and the J's or the Bo Jacksons? Why were you hustling?
I think early on, man, just to be straight up, I think it was basically just a lack of, and also seeing my counterparts, dudes that's the same age as me, that was in school with me, doing a little bit better than I was. I think it was like a mixture of it. And, I mean, to a kid that young, and you might walk to the crib, I mean, you might walk home, that night, you got $100 in your pocket, and you feeling pretty good, man, and it reels you in. It reels you in. So
And you
yeah,
got it easy.
I didn't, yeah, 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 got it easy, man. Got it real easy. Yeah.
Okay. So let's say you 13, 14, 15, you've learned a way to create wealth. You ain't going to clock in for 8 or 9 hours. You probably would accumulate a bankroll or a shoebox. Did you
Yeah.
start to do anything productive around the house, like grocery or bill or give mama some money?
And look, man, my mom was extremely spiritual and religious. Man, my mom threw $2,700 that I had saved up, threw it away. And this is what, listen, let me tell you, I know she did. Not just her saying it, I know she did, because she didn't want it in our house. That's just how strong her morals were. She told me, she said, if you gonna stay here, you can't sell no dope. You're gonna come in before that door locked, and you're gonna stay in school. If you can't do that, you got to get out my house. And I told her I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna sell. And she rummaged through my room and found a little old stuff in the drawer. And man, that was man, that hurt me, man. That I told my mom, I said, man, they gonna kill me, mama. They
That's
gonna
what I
kill.
was
She
about
said,
to
well, you
ask
should.
you. Was it all yours? Oh,
Yeah, yeah, it was mine. But I'm
okay.
trying to tell her, man, I need it back. And she said, well, I'm sorry. She said, I'm sorry, baby.
You're
You can
dead mother.
that money is gone. Yeah, man. My mom was straight business, man. My mom was straight business, man.
Damn, moms. 2,700, mom. They could have paid hella bills back then.
Yeah. Yeah. She just her morals, bro. I mean, she was strong. She was a strong moral woman, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
Is she still
Yeah, she
here?
was. Yeah, she is, man. She's still here. Yeah, she's still here.
Amen.
Yeah, she got Alzheimer's real bad though, man. I did a video about it uh when I came home, and she ain't know who I was. And she ain't know who I was, man. I hadn't seen her in some years, bro. I mean some years. She used to come and see me, right? And I guess just the drive was getting too much for her, whatever, man. And my brother was taking care of her. And man, when I came home, a couple of days after I came home, I mean, she didn't know who I was, bro. She didn't know who I was. She just Alzheimer's and dementia. Yeah.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Already, man. God damn. Man, I'm gonna keep it moving, man. So, you started hustling. Did you ever spend time in juvenile detention or TYC or anything like that?
No, none of that. None of that. My first time I was in county jail.
You
My
went
first
straight
time I was in county jail. Straight to
you
the
went
county
straight to the
jail.
big
Yeah.
house, huh?
Yeah.
Damn. So what you about 18 by then?
Yeah. Yeah. About 18. Yeah, 18. But I had been getting in trouble, you know. Uh I had been getting in trouble, but my first time just like actually, going to the county jail, yeah, I was 18 years old.
Okay, so that wouldn't be the entrance that took you for the 30 years, would it?
No, no.
Okay, good, good, good. So never been locked up before. How was that county jail experience at 18?
Man, I'm gonna say this right here, man. Uh I ain't man, it was for some reason, for some strange reason, it was to me just like another part of the life that I was living, if that makes sense.
You
I
ex- you
mean,
you
never,
accepted it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this, man. I learned one thing in that county, one time in that county, and it was the worst thing I learned:
What's that?
how to do time.
Zay, Melanie, y'all heard what he said? The worst thing he learned in that county was how to do time.
Yeah. And when you go in there that first time, you sick, you don't want to eat, you riding that telephone, and you got them old heads in there, they got their little program going, they up in there working out and watching these soap operas and stuff, and you over there on the floor, rolled up, curled up with the sheet over your head, and they start telling you, man, youngster, you need to learn how to do that time, and that time killing you, man, that time eating you up. But
Damn,
see, the thing is though, when you start to learn how to do time, you find yourself being comfortable in there now. You ain't worried about the free world. And I tell you, man, that's the worst lesson that I learned in that county, man. How to do time.
man.
Yeah, that set me on a crash course.
Brother, I
Yeah,
ain't never heard it broke down so simple like that, but that's so impactful because at that age, you learn I could do this shit. So
exactly.
there's nothing to deter you from coming back.
For real. For real. For real.
How long you
Yeah.
stayed that time?
That first time I stayed like I think I stayed 6 months. Yeah, me and my fall partner, we did like 6 months and I got out. And
And you learned to do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Learn to do that time, man. Learn to do that time. Yeah.
What you was doing in that hole?
Man, working out, squabbling, fighting all the time, man, just, watching Yo MTV raps and just hanging out.
You could have
Just,
did that at home, blood.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but at home, you don't even want to watch TV.
Yeah,
You in the streets, you don't even want to watch TV. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah. I understand. My little bro, I could count on one hand how many movies he and I actually sat down and watched together. We 2 years apart,
Mm,
and I still have two fingers left.
mm, mm.
But so you're in that county jail squabbling and shit. Are you squabbling over shit that's really meaning something? Or are you just getting your workout on with these niggas?
It's man, for me, right? It was more of just setting a standard and a bar for me, right? While I'm in there. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I mean, letting the person know that, I ain't doing no playing. I don't play, because dudes being there, be playing booty games, and I don't do none of that. I'm not trying to be no tank boss. That's not what I'm trying to be. But I'm just trying to establish that this is the person I am, and this is how you gonna treat me, and this is how I'm gonna treat you. Anything other than that, I can't accept it. So that's just how I've always been. Dealing with people. We gonna respect each other and we're gonna keep it, accordingly. And that was just I don't know. That was just how I mean from the sandbox, that's how I was.
Okay.
So I don't know. I guess it just was engraved in me or something. I don't know.
So you mentioned a tank boss. Uh could you describe to us what is a tank boss?
Man, the tank boss is usually like the person that's been in there the longest, right?
Okay.
And and for the most part, got a little aggressiveness to him. Might have some size to him to kind of intimidate somebody. He always want to be the first one to go his tray. He want to pick over everybody trays, or he want to pick what they gonna watch on TV. And he got his seat marked, and don't nobody sit here. And he take a shower at a certain time. He make a phone call at a certain time. That type of stuff like that, man. And for the most part, most dudes that's in there really just trying to make it through and get out.
Right.
So they really not even paying. They not really even paying on it. Okay, you can have this. This will be your house, man. We just visitors.
Right. Right.
But when you go in and you in there for a you know undetermined amount of time, man, you're not finna go for that, man. Look, man, you're not running nothing in here. Them brown suits up in here is the ones that's running some. You're not running nothing. And so, yeah, but yeah, you know, you gonna have a tank boss. You're gonna try to have a tank boss everywhere you go. It's gonna try to be somebody that's a tank boss everywhere you go. You know,
Did you
so
ever did you ever collide or scrap with a tank boss?
oh, for sure, man. Yeah, sure.
Tell me
Yeah, I
tell me
mean,
about the worst one, the one that really went dying.
I mean, you probably and you probably seen, you know, seen the video that I told you, the one that you talked about when I got into it with the white Russian.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know, he called himself a tank. But I mean, I told you how he came in there. He said, "Man, I ain't sleeping on the floor, man. I'm getting me a bunk."
But
All
that
the
that
bunks
was in
full.
prison, right?
No, that was in the county jail.
That was the
That
county
was in
jail?
that was in Victoria County Jail.
Nigga, that sounded like Sing Sing. I thought you was at Ferguson somewhere. God damn it, man.
Now, you got to go back and watch it again. We done talked, right? That
Yeah,
was in Victoria County Jail, man. Yeah,
you did say
yeah.
that.
He,
So
yeah,
that's the worst one you got into with him.
yeah. You know, pretty much. You know, because I mean, it started with him, right? It started with him, and then it morphed into his whole organization trying to take me out. You know what I'm saying? This whole organization, they everywhere I went, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, just as far as the fallout and everything, that's probably the worst one that I, you know, as far as in county jails and stuff.
So you kicked the white Russian's ass.
And I mean, look, man,
Not from what I heard.
look, look, man, I'm gonna be straight up. You know, I mark it down. I mark it down as a loss, right? And the only reason,
Tell the truth.
you know, yeah, you know, I hit my head. We squabbling. I dropped him twice, right? I
Okay.
dropped him twice
Hold on,
off the
hold on.
muscle.
Hold up. How do y'all wind up coming together and deciding, man, we finna get it on? Like, how did it all lead up?
Okay, man, I'm in the county and I'm on a block where it ain't number blacks, right? Ain't number blacks. There's a bunch of Crips and I'm the only blood, right? But we all get along because we was hustling on the streets out there, right? So on another block where the white Russian was actually at, they had put a black dude in the tank over there, right? And it's nothing but Hispanics. And he beat for the black dude, broke his jaw, knocked him out. So I'm like, man, they need to move that fool over here, man. You know, that's what I told my homeboy Victor. I said, man, they need to move that fool over here, right? And man, the next day, that fool came in, but
You
I didn't
got
know
your
what he looked
wish.
like. Yeah, I ain't know what he looked like though, right? So when he came in, Vic say, man, that's him right there. I say, for real? So man, big dude, man. I ain't gonna lie, big dude, man. I was a little bitty skinny dude, you know. I was tall, but I was slim. And
Okay.
so I started putting up a sock with some dominoes. I'm finna take it to him, right? And I just say, I say, nah, man, I don't even need them, right? So
Okay.
he goes in. When he come in, first thing he said, when he seen all the bunks full, he said, man, I ain't sleeping on no floor, man. I want a bunk. And so he went into the bunk area and was putting his property down. I went over there and just took off on him, right? We started squabbling. But he shell up on me. So he said, man, give me a fair one. So we go off into the day room. We start squabbling, right? I dropped him. He got up. When he got up, he rushed me and ran me into the bars and I hit my head. I was
Oh,
kind of like dazed a little bit. And so they broke it up, right? And so I go sit down for a minute to kind of get my scruples back. And I'm getting ready to get back out there. And Vic tell me, nah, man, chill, nah. And I'm like, man, I got it. And we started squabbling again, man. Fool called me and the lights went out, man. I just, boom. When I woke up, it's a whole like just a melee going on in the tank, right? And man, they beating his butt, man. They smashing him, right? So I get
okay.
up, my tooth was broken, all kind of stuff. I don't know if I hit it when I fell or if he kicked me, right? But my tooth was broke. Man, we maxed him out and packed him out, right? And man, from there right there, all of that other stuff, man. I got stabbed, I got jumped, man. You gotta watch the video, man. The boys put that man.
You open up a can of worms.
Oh, man, a beehive, man. Yeah, yeah,
Did you
yeah, man.
did you think that you would survive? You know, did you feel like, man, these fools might go and take me out, or what did you feel?
Man, being young like that and just being so wild and just I never really thought of that. That it just I don't know, man. It might, but I mean, I can honestly say I never really just it was never a conscious thought that I was like, dang man, they might kill me. That was never a thought. I just, when I see one, I'm gonna get them. When I see one, I'm gonna get them. That's pretty much what my thought process was. Yeah,
And this is all county jail before prison.
yeah. I was right during this time right here, during that time right there that I'm talking about. I had got a 20-year sentence, and I had got the life sentence for my attorney, right? I mean, for the drugs, and I was in there waiting to be go to court for punching my attorney.
Right.
So that's why I was in the county for so long. Yeah, I was in the county for so long. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, man. So we gonna get off into that. I need you to do me a favor, man. Come
what's that?
hang out with me sometime, man. Let's go on down through there. You made
Yeah,
it
yeah.
through it. So as a youngster, man, little Dion taking a little swig here and there. But did he ever think that he would go to jail and prison?
Look. I'm gonna tell you this story. Uh, man, I was probably about 12 years old, man, 11 to 12 years old, and I was walking, going to my dad's house, right? Going to go visit with him, right? It was early on when we had kind of like started, communicating.
Mm-hmm.
And I was walking through the projects, and now it's the projects, it's the freeway, and then it's my where my dad stays at, right? So
Okay.
I stopped at the projects, which everybody knew me, everybody knew me, and I'm talking to a school friend of mine, right?
All right.
And his older brother, which was probably about like 14, right? Probably about like 14, 15, came up to me and pushed me. I pushed him back. He pushed me again. I pushed him. He hit me, but he had something in his hand, or I don't know what, but he hit me, boom, and bust my nose, right?
Come
So
on,
we
man.
scuffling on the ground. We scuffling on the ground, right? So we get up and everything, and I got blood all on me, man. I'm talking about my nose bleeding, right? So I go to my dad's house, right? And I told you my dad got like a ranch, right? He got horses and all kinds of stuff, right? And he seen me. He said, "Man, what happened to you?" I say, "Man, I got in a fight." He say, "Man, it looked like you got your ass whooped." He say, "Get in the truck." So where the truck was parked at, he had horseshoes. I grabbed the horseshoe, got in the truck. He ain't see it. He drove me right back over there. So when I get ready to get out the truck, I open the truck door, and he seen it in my hand. He said, "You got it. You better use it, bro." And I beat this dude so bad with this horseshoe. I mean, the project's filled with people. And I beat this dude and beat this. There's blood everywhere, man. So as I'm hitting him, it's so much blood, the horseshoe fly out my hand. So I started choking him, right? And talking to him. My dad said, "Stop talking to him. Stick your finger in his eyes. Beat him up. Beat him up like I'm telling you, my pop was the real deal, man." And so when the dude mom came, uh, and they was trying to break me, break it up. My dad put that pistol out. I said, "Don't touch him, man. Y'all ain't touching when he was beating my son up. Y'all don't touch him now." Man, I got off on him. And that to me is what really just set that, because it was an acceptance from my dad. You know, when we got in the truck and he was taking me home, this how crazy my pops was. Bro, I'm covered in blood. I'm covered in blood. Man, he just pulled up to the house and dropped me off and drove off. He don't tell my mama nothing. Man, I go in the house. Man, I go in the house, my mom think I'm dying. It's some of my blood, but it's mostly old boy's blood. But on the
Right.
way there, man, he told me, he said, "Man, I'm proud of you." That was the first time my dad ever told me that. So I think that right there kind of set, I don't know, a bar. And in every story I'd ever heard about my dad, he was a fool like that, right? And every kid want to be like his dad. He wants that acceptance from his pops. He want to be like his pops. And I think that right there was really what just set me on that road, man. That's what I really think, man. And I just I don't know, man. I just had no. I didn't have no cutoff switch sometimes. You know.
Man, I appreciate you sharing that with us. That was very in depth. Like he actually gave you the green light for the violence.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how
Yeah.
can you turn that off? The man that you admire the most told you it's okay to keep that on.
Yeah.
Damn, damn, boy, you threw me out, boy. What's your name here? No, damn. I'm glad we online doing this shit now. Now, what I wanted to ask you was this, man. You said you was going to see your little homie. The dude was your little homie's brother?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck
Yeah.
was he on?
I don't, man, to this day right now, I have no idea, man. Okay, he had to go get a bunch of stitches. Man, he had, during this time, they had the Jerry curls, right? He had one of the livest Jerry curls. And he had to get it cut off, right? Because he had to get all them stitches. And it was like maybe 2 days later. I was walking, right, going to my homeboy house, and he was coming up the street on a bike, and I'm like, man, here we go. And man, he just rolled over there to me. And he said, "Man, I don't even know what I was tripping for the other day, man. Man, my apologies, man." He said, "Man, you messed me up, man." He said, "Man, you messed me up." And I was just like, "Man, I mean, I ain't say I was sorry. I didn't feel like I had anything to say I was sorry for, you know." And from then on, we never really had no issues. And me and his brother was still all right though. Everybody that was out in the
Damn.
project Everybody that was out in the project saw him just come up to me and I mean, I don't know why, because I never came off as a pushover. I never came off as no pushover. So I don't know what he had going on.
And
But we never,
he was a
yeah,
few years older than you.
yeah, I was like about 12. I was like about 12 and he was like 15.
Tore his
Yeah,
motherfucking ass off the bone.
yeah, yeah.
So you spoke about the Jared curls. You ever got one?
Never,
You got good hair or
never.
something?
Yeah, I got a nice little braid of hair, so I ain't never had to do that.
You have
You
white
know.
or something?
Hell nah.
You met your nigga.
Man, Benny Dale Negro.
Man, look, we we didn't know how niggas was getting them cubs. And
Yeah,
we
for
went to
real.
guessing and went to Dollar General and bought a goddamn Ultra Perm and some Worlds of Curls gel and some motherfucking look, nigga. We could have got the whole Stay Free Curl kit, but we so goddamn dumb, young, poor, and broke.
Yeah.
We grab a pink box of Ultra Sheen Perm, a little old jar of Worlds of Curls, and a spray bottle. Nigga, we get that motherfucker perm on our head to that bitch
Oh
burning like a
man.
motherfucker, trying to make sure that whole take. Man, we fucked
Trill.
around and did that shit so well, nigga, that shit came out straight. And so we were like,
Yeah.
maybe when we put the curl activator in it, that's gonna activate the curls. And we did.
Yeah.
Nigga, we hit that bitch up with the gel, hit that bitch up with the spray, and put a plastic bag on that bitch and went to sleep. Boy, the next morning, that bitch looked like it just needed a little squirt or two. Nigga, I hit
Oh
that hoe with a
man.
few squirts. I got to school probably about 3 hours after school after that sun and hit that hoe and dried that funky motherfucker out. Nigga, I had the worst goddamn afro.
Man, I can imagine. I could imagine. For real.
Trying to wet that bitch every time I can go. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go to the bathroom, put some water on that bitch, nigga, and throw that hoe. That raggedy motherfucker was
For
dry
real.
than a bitch.
For real, man. Nah, man, my mom's had a curl, right?
Okay.
But she wouldn't even allow her kids to have it. She used a straightening hot comb on my sister's hair for
Yeah.
like, she never put chemicals or nothing in my sister's hair, and I ain't never put none in mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That straightening comb. You knew when the girl got hit that straightening comb at the crib and moved too much. She got that whole burn on her motherfucking forehead. While we were going through some shit back in the day. Man, I want to ask you
Man,
one
yeah,
more question, and I'm gonna
okay,
ask you to come back and fool with me because you're cool with me one day. But I
okay,
want to know if
okay.
you can talk to Lil Dion. at 11 years old, what would you warn him about, or what would you tell him about maybe that could have redirected his future?
And don't put so much emphasis in trying to be accepted. You know, when I look back on my, on my childhood and things, I was just, and I think that might have been because I didn't really have like, constant male figure in my life. It was just my mom's, and I think that I was looking for acceptance from my peers and the older guys, and I
Right.
think that I think that's what kind of got me, to doing what I was doing in the mind state that I was developing at that age, because I mean, everything that we do, it's a learned behavior. It's a learned behavior. We learn it and it becomes a part of us. And next thing you know, we just accept it as, man, that's who I am. That's what I do. But it's a learned behavior, man. So I think I would tell them, man, don't worry about being accepted by nobody. Just be you. Just do what you do. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I would tell him pick that pencil up, man, and keep drawing because nigga, you an expert. You gonna be an expert. But man, I appreciate your time, and we got
Yeah.
a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, for sure.
if you allow, me to share your story with you on my channel and whatnot.
Yeah, man, for sure, for sure. No doubt. No doubt, man. Yeah. I just appreciate you having me, man, for real. Yeah.
Man, I
Yeah.
recognize, you know what I'm talking about. I ain't know I'm this, right? I'm UGK Records.
I got you, man. I feel that. I feel
But
that. Yeah, for real.
I ain't no Hollywood hoe ass nigga. And I
Yeah.
recognize some authentic shit. And I'm like, damn, let me holler at homie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
on some real nigga shit, so you was open, and here we are. So
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
what can the viewers expect coming soon that we gonna do together? And what can they go check out on your channel and also give them the name of your channel?
All right. Well, the name of my channel is OG Bloodshot Red Prison Media. OG Bloodshot Red Prison Media. And the content is prison content. Uh, I did 30 years in prison, and I talk about the experiences, things, mistakes that I made, decisions that I made that probably wasn't the right decision, and things that I learned. So, what you can expect to see is hard lessons that was learned in prison from things that I did, man. And it's I'm not glorifying it. I'm not, talking about it and glorifying it. I'm gonna tell you the story and I'm gonna tell you what I learned from it. So if you're interested in that, man, I appreciate y'all going over there and checking them out, man. And it's some good content, man. I'm not just saying it because it's me, it's some good content, man. So I appreciate y'all if y'all tuned in on it, man. OG Bloodshot Red Prison Media.
I believe it is good content. I came across your channel because here lately, my brother, who doing life now, he was down for 20 years, got out for 6 months, and now he back, doing life. He's
Yeah,
always wanted me to share some of his, story and whatnot, but he was going through
yeah,
certain things in court. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
kind of, danced around it. But nowadays we going down through there.
That's good.
And
That's good.
the stuff that we talking about, uh, you popped up because it's like relatable content, suggestions and
Okay.
whatnot. And so when you
Yeah.
popped up and I listened to some of your spiel, I say, my God, he gotta be from Texas. Cause he talking the same spiel that my brother talking, but in his unique experience.
Yeah.
And you said you wound up bumping into my brother at one point in prison?
Yeah, we were on Ellis one. This had to be about had to be around like what 2000. When did Katrina hit? 05?
Near there.
It was around that time because I had went to SEG. I went to SEG over there, right? And we were on H2, we were in SEG, he was all the way down at the end, and I was up at the front. I mean,
Okay.
you know, we I can't even just say that we even maybe even said anything to each other or not, but he was over there and I was over there with him. Yeah.
Already.
So
Yeah, well, we're gonna go down through there even more, man. I'll hit you up, you know what I'm talking about, see if we can schedule something and we're gonna
all
reload.
right, all right. Okay, that's a bet. That's a bet.
Anything else you want to share before we conclude?
Nah, man, just salute to you, man. Appreciate you, giving me this opportunity, for me to tell my story and also big ups on my program, my content and stuff, man. Let people know about my content and everything, man. Give me a little shout out, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man, and I hope it keep on growing. Yeah, so I'm gonna holler at my people a little bit, but I'll be getting at you soon.
All right. That's a bet, bro.
All right, brother.
All right. All right.
Trill Cass. I'm gonna get in this chat with y'all for a minute, see what's going on, see if y'all miss me. You know what I'm talking about? I know it's been a minute. Trill Cass in the building. Yeah, man. What's going on, man? I know it's been a minute. I shouldn't have left y'all without a Trill story to step to. But yeah, I'm back. I'm ducked off, but I ain't fucked off. You see what I'm saying? I'm still Trill casting and lasting. What's up? Who came through? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Go check out the homie channel. You know what I'm talking about? He's still trying to figure out how to get up out this bitch. And he figured it out. He figured it out. Yeah, man. So, hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in and y'all be on the lookout. We're going to be bringing y'all more content, more Trill UGK Posse shit, more of that Pimp C shit, and more prison content. Because unfortunately, prison is and has been a big part of a lot of our lives. I got two brothers that did decades in prison. It's unfortunate, but it's our reality, folks. And we can't keep hiding the in-depth circumstances and situations that individuals have survived, that have a testimony and can be examples for others. You see what I'm saying? These testimonies can be warnings and examples and navigations for others. Not to take that same route, you know what I'm saying? Maybe veer and do something else. Somebody will get something out of these stories. I pray to God that they do. But it should play a partner, man, you know what I'm saying? Still coming through, putting that Trill all in their face and not catching no case. Until next time. Come on, man.